Hey everybody, Berg Ryman, still here in the basement, still talking the Wilson Challenge, and this video deals with the Wilson Dynapwr Max Irons. So Dynapwr Max, super game improvement, very wide sole, supposedly very easy to hit. We got them in 6, which is lofted at 27 degrees, all the way down to the set sand wedge at 54 degrees. We paired them with the KBS C-taper light shafts in a stiff flex. And I got a lot of thoughts about them. Conflicted thoughts, I think. Number one, the irons themselves are good performers for those of you that need the help on launch. I think when it comes to delivering high launch and high spin, pairing, of course, with balls that work toward that end, right? It's obviously irons don't spin, but they will launch based on the profile. I think Wilson's knocked it out of the park. The Dynapwr Max Irons launch for me. They did everything I wanted them to do from a launch perspective. I'm normally a low ball hitter, as I mentioned in the RB utility video. I am pretty steep into the ball, which normally will cause a de-loft from me, leading to less than premium launch angles, where I'm launching 7-iron at around 17 to 18 degrees, but peak heighting at about 75 feet in the air. The Dynapwr Max, built in such a way with the weaker lofts combined with their very wide sole and a lot of weight off the face and deep, did help me launch the ball that little bit higher, which helped my profile. As you'll see when we do the ball review, maybe a lower spinning ball was better for unlocking that. And I will say, and a shout out to Tom the Golf Nut, who I played with on the last day of the Myrtle Beach trip. He hooked me up with a Vice Pro Air ball, which in turn I think really kind of unlocked that good launch but better spin profile than my staff model X ball from Wilson. But we'll talk about that a little bit more when we get into the actual ball review here. And because of that, that's why the second part of this deals with the distance of the Wilson Dynapwr Max irons. Is we alluded to in the Smack Talk thread is the two Dynapwr iron guys, myself and Matt. Matt playing the regular Dynapwr, myself playing the Max. We felt they were shorter than the irons that we had. Matt playing the Callaway Paradigm X, I believe, and myself coming from Hot Metal Pros into kind of a super game improvement iron with the lesser lofts. And I really kind of felt that the distance I was seeing wasn't matching up, so to speak. I mean, for example, on the Myrtle Beach trip, there were shots that I was hitting, like full swing shots, that just flew up into the sky and just sort of kind of died. A very weak ball flight. Now, again, that could have been the ball, that could have been the way I was delivering it, but admittedly, I shouldn't be hitting 7-iron from 140 yards and coming up short. I know that sounds cocky. I know that sounds ridiculous, but just the physics of it, swinging a golf club at about 80 yards, from if I can't get 140 carry out of a 7-iron, even one lofted at, I believe, 30 degrees, maybe 31, that's a problem. Right, I've hit other similar kind of high lofted golf clubs. Like, for example, this week, I just went and hit the Callaway Elite HLs as part of their U.S. Open free fitting thing, and I was averaging 150 carry with those on on swings of around 80 miles an hour. So seeing balls carry about 130 yards, it just wasn't for me. And maybe this goes a little bit to the fact that the fitting options for Wilson in Central New York are not ideal, right? I kind of self fit these irons. I knew the shaft profiles that I work with. I knew the head profiles that I worked with. In fact, one of my favorite tests I've ever done for this forum was the G710 test, a super game improvement iron from Ping, that were really good, and they launched high and they did what they were supposed to do. But for whatever reason, the Dynapwr Maxes were just short, right? And it was really disappointing. I mean, I really wanted these irons to perform the way I thought that they should. And again, maybe it's me, right? Maybe the irons aren't the problem. Maybe I'm broken. Maybe I do need that lesson. Maybe I need to get back into speed training. But I just it's never great standing over a shot not knowing exactly how it's going to come off. And because of that, the Dynapwr Max Irons didn't even make it back with me from Myrtle Beach. The good news is that they did find a home in Myrtle Beach, as Tom the Golf Nut said that he wanted to give them a try. He hit a couple shots with them during our final round at Caledonia, including a really nice, I believe he hit 8-iron or 9-iron into 17. Hit it just past pin high to the back edge. Said it was a really nice flight. And in fact, he took them recently on a golf excursion where he allowed a couple of other people playing to hit them. One of them, a 70-year-old man, and one, a guy who had only played a couple rounds of golf. And both of them said, "Where can we get our hands on those? Those are fantastic." So I am happy that the Wilson Dynapwr Max irons work. They just didn't work for me. But I'm happy to have been able to pay it forward to Tom, and for Tom to go forward and pay it forward to other people getting the Wilson product in their hands. Because again, I think it's a good product. I wish that we had the capability for fitting up here in Central New York for them when we were selected for this. I know Matt and I tried to go to Victor, New York, where our local club champion is, which I've utilized multiple times, and I've sent Matt along that way. But they did not have the Wilson staff stuff in yet. I do believe they have it in now, and there was even a fitting day at a golf course in Oswego about 15 minutes from my house, but that was last week, so late June for it, or early June for it. So the options weren't there for me. I do think that if you are someone that is looking in that space, right, where you're looking Titleist T350, Cleveland Halo, Elite HL, Mizuno HL, maybe ZXI 4-ish, TaylorMade QI 10 HL, those higher lofted irons. I do think the Wilson is one you should try in your fitting because I think there's something there. For me, I wasn't able to unlock it, and that's fine. That's the nature of golf. Sometimes things work, sometimes things don't. But for a club that will get you the launch, I think it will get you that launch. Whether or not you're going to give up a little bit of distance, that might just be the nature of the design. But I am happy to have found someone who is able to utilize it in a way that I was not. And I think that speaks to how good these Wilson clubs are, that if you do get the proper fitting and you do find the right way to go about it, they're incredible performers. Again, for me, that just wasn't a possibility in my self fit. What I thought I knew, maybe again, I cooked too hard. Maybe I didn't know what I think I did, but I am happy to have gotten the opportunity to try them. Um, and I do think that they will work for a lot of people, just not for me.